Every year around my birthday, I like to post a video of my fitness journey as a milestone showing my progress or decline of my practice through the years. Sometimes I do a video on strength training, and sometimes I do a video compilation of my Kung Fu. This year, since I just recently posted a video of me doing Cha Chuan 9 years ago in 2015, and because I'm going to be teaching the Chachuan form in near future, I thought it'd be a good time to actually present a video of my current status doing Chachuan at age 78 as a comparison. Chachuan is hard to do even for young people, but as you get older, it gets harder because Chachuan demands a lot of flexibility, agility, and endurance. So it's really a good test of what were my practices along this journey. When 1 year when I was studying with Sifu in Portsmouth Square, Sifu Studio had a basement that you go down the stairs, and in that basement, you could do stretching and some warm-ups and universal pose. So it wasn't big enough to do any forms or anything like that. But it was a rainy day, and I was down there uh, doing universal pose, and had this idea came to my mind that if I had perfect no mind, in other words, I took my ego out of this posture and it was just standing there, and that was me at that moment, that 20, 30, 40 years from now, if I could achieve that same no mind, I would be exactly the same person doing that universal pose, no matter what had gone through all those years. Kind of like a tether post that I could hang on to and evaluate myself both psychologically, emotionally, and I would have something to kind of compare from then to now. And in the same way, I've decided I can use Chachuan since I practiced Chachuan since 1970, all these years, as a milestone for checking my physical ability as well. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to post a video of me doing Chachuan, and you can kind of go back to some of my older videos and kind of compare how I was then. I think I don't know how many of my peers from the old days are still doing Shaolin. I know a few of my friends have actually made a conscious effort to drop it because it's pretty hard on your body. And in doing the Northern Shaolin, I've decided to approach it with more temperament in that you can overwear your body as well as, kind of keeping it mobile. As you get older, it's very important to keep your mobility because, as you know, most people get injured from falls. So, in doing the Chachuan, the Northern Shaolin, you're kind of like expanding your mobility. It takes a great deal of flexibility and agility. For example, in this one move that I'm going to demonstrate, you can go from a high crane stance into a drop stance, falling stance, and then into a scissors kick. It takes a lot of agility. So I think I'll demonstrate that for you now. It goes from this movement here, and then you go into the crane stance, and then a high crescent into low falling stance, come up, and then a jumping scissors kick into a low horse. And you'll see that during the form. What I decided as I get older, um, for me to enable continue doing the forum, a couple of things changes that I'm kind of progressing through. Um, you're more likely to injure yourself if you make quick erratic movements that you're not prepared for. So in preserving my form and throughout my older age, I'm going to do it a little slower and prepare for that drop stance, for example, into a full extension instead of if you actually fall into that drop stance in the wrong position is when you can injure your joint. So in performing it just slightly slower, a slower pace, and kind of like pausing a little bit more between the moves, I can get the full extension of that mobility without the danger of jumping in and injuring myself. I know a few of my friends that did a lot of Shaolin. They had to have hip, knee, and joint replacements. That's pretty common for elderly people. But I've luckily, thank God, managed to not have to have any kind of joint replacements or anything, and I'm going to be pretty sane in my approach to keeping my Shaolin through the older years. So that's where we stand. So here's going to be redoing the Northern Shaolin Chachuan.